itertools functions creating iterators for efficient looping. Class method chain dot from iterable. Alternate constructor for chain gets chained inputs from a single iterable argument that is evaluated lazily, roughly equivalent to from iterable iter chain dot from iterable abcdef for it in iterables for element in it yield element chain dot from iterable chain dot from iterable chain dot from iterable import from iterable itertools import chain print paste chain dot from iterable abc comma def print it will print a b c d e f chain iter tools dot combinations iterable r return r length subsequences of elements from the input iterable. The combination tuples are emitted in lexicography ordering according to the order of the input iterable. So if the input iterable is sorted, the output tuples will be produced in sorted order. Elements are treated as unique based on their position, not on their value. So if the input elements are unique, there will be no repeated values in each combination. Roughly equivalent to diff combinations iterable are combinations A B C D 2 A B A C A D B C B D B D C D combinations range 4 3 0 1 2 0 1 3 0 2 3 1 2 3 pool is equal to tuple iterable n is equal to length of pool if r greater than n return indices list range of r yield tuple pool of I for I in indices while true for I in reversed range of r if indices I not equal to I plus n minus r bright else return indices I plus equal to 1 for j in range I plus 1 r indices j is equal to indices j minus 1 plus 1 yield tuple pool I for I in indices combinations import combinations print list combinations combinations list 2 A B C D return Y oh that is correct why three, 1 2 3 for I in combinations print I. Wow, why is it not working? Roughly equivalent to the code for combinations can also be expressed as a subsequence of permutations after filtering entries where the elements are not in sorted order. According to this, their position in the input pool. Diff combinations it iterable comma r pool is equal to tuple iterable uh, n is equal to length of pool. For indices in permutations range of n or if sorted indices is equal to list of indices yield tuple pool of I for I in indices. The number of items returned is factorial n divided by factorial r divided by n minus 1 n minus r factorial, where 0 less than equal to r less than equal to n or 0 when r greater than 1. Why is it not working in my case? Instead of this, I need to provide string. Oh, is it like that? It's like that. Okay, got it. itertools dot combinations underscore with underscore replacement iterable r return r length subsequences of elements from the input iterable, allowing individual elements to be replaced more than with replacement. The combinations tuples are emitted in lexicographic ordering according to the ordering of the input iterable. So if the input iterable is sorted, the output tuple will be produced in sorted order. Elements are treated as unique based on their position, not on their value. So if the input elements are unique, the generated combinations will also be unique. Roughly equivalent to combinations with replacement iterable are combinations with replacement ABC2, AA, AC, BB, 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 BC, CC. Combinations with replacement. Combination with replacement. From itertools import combination with replacement. Print list combination with replacement ABC, comma 2. Run. The code for combinations with replacement can also be expressed as a subsequence of product after filtering entries where the elements are not in sorted order according to their position in the pool input. Diff combinations with replacement iterable are pool is equal to tuple iterable n is equal to length of pool for indices in product range n comma repeat r. If sorted indices is equal to list of indices yield tuple pool of I for I in indices. The number of items returned is n plus r minus 1 factorial divided by r factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial when n is greater than 0. itertools.compress data selectors make an iterator that filters elements from data, returning only those that have a corresponding element in selectors that evaluates to true. Stops when either the data or selector iterables has been exhausted, roughly equivalent to compress A B C D E F 101011 selectors A C E F. Return D for D, S in zip data, selectors. Data, selectors if S. Compress. Compress. Print list compress from ITR tools import compress A B C D E A C E F ITR tools dot count start is equal to 0, step is equal to 1. Make an iterator that returns evenly spaced values starting with number start, often used as an argument to map to generate consecutive data points. Also used with zip to add sequence numbers roughly equivalent to count start is equal to 0, step is equal to 1, n is equal to start while true, yield n plus is equal to step. Count 10, count 2.5 0.5. Count example from ITR tools import count print list of count endless. That's right. Okay. When counting with okay when counting with floating point numbers, better accuracy can sometimes be achieved by substituting multiplicative codes such as start plus step into I for I in count. ITR tools or cycle iterable make an iterator returning elements from the iterable and saving a copy of each. When the iterable is exhausted, return elements from the saved copy repeats indefinitely, roughly equivalent to this. Saved is equal to 0 for element in iterable yield element. Saved dot append element while saved for element in saved yield element. Iterator ITR tools dot drop while predicate iterable make an iterator that drops elements from the iterable as long as the predicate is true. Afterwards return every element. Note the iterator does not produce any output until the predicate first becomes false, so it may have a lengthy startup time roughly equivalent to this drop while predicate iterable. Drop while lambda x greater than 5. Drop while drop while example itertools import drop while print list drop while lambda x less than 5 1 4, so x less than 5 1 4 4 1 6 4 1. Okay. itertools.filter false predicate iterable make an iterator that filters elements from iterable returning only those for which the predicate is false. If predicate is none, return the items that are false, roughly equivalent to this. Filter false. Filter false. From itr tools import filter false print list filter false lambda x mod 2 range 10 1 रिटर्न करेगा राइट 0 रिटर्न करेगा 1 रिटर्न 2 फॉल्स नहीं है ट्रू है और 6 है itr tools dot group by iterable key is equal to none. Make an iterator that returns consecutive keys and groups from the iterable. The key is a function computing a key value for each element. If not specified or is none, key defaults to identity function and returns the element unchanged. Generally, the iterable needs to already be sorted the same key function. The operation of group by is similar to the unique filter in Unix. It generates a break or a new group every time the value of the key function changes, which is why it is usually necessary to have sorted the data using the same key function. That behavior differs from SQL's group by, which aggregates common elements regardless of their input order. The returned group is itself an iterator that shares the underlying iterable with group by because the source is shared. When the group by object is advanced, the previous group is no longer visible. So if the data is needed later, it should be stored as a list. Group groups zero, unique keys blank empty data is equal to sorted data key is equal to key function for kg in group by data key function groups dot append list of g store group iterator as a list unique keys dot append k. Group by is roughly equivalent to this. Group by from iter tools import group by print list group by for k for kg in group by group by B C D A B C D A B. K for kg in group Y. Run. A B C D A B group Y. itertools.isSlice iterable stop. itertools.isSlice is label iterable start stop step. Make an iterator. Make an iterator that returns selected elements from the iterable. If start is non-zero, then elements from the iterable are skipped until start is reached. Afterward, elements are returned consecutively unless a step is set higher than 1, which results in items being skipped. If stop is none, then iteration continues until the iterator is exhausted. If at all otherwise, it stops at a specified position. If start is none, then iteration starts at 0. If step is none, then the step defaults to none. Unlike regular slicing, each-slice does not support negative values for start, stop, or step. Can be used to extract related fields from data where the internal structure has been flattened. For example, a multi-line report may list a name field on every third line, roughly equivalent to this. Is slice is slice from iter tools import is slice print list is slice a b c d e f g 2 a b 0 1 2. Then is slice a b c d e f g 2 4 start stop start stop cd to cd. None. A B C D E F C is slice and start stop step print list step A C E F. Okay. Now itertools.pairwise iterable return successive overlapping pairs taken from the input iterable. The number of two tuples in the output iterator will be one fewer than the number of inputs. It will be empty if the input iterable has fewer than two values. Pairwise iterable. Pairwise iterable. A B A B A B A C A D A B B C C D D E E F. Pairwise. Pairwise from ITEA tools import pairwise print list A B B C C D D E F. Okay. ITR tools sorry dot permutations iterable r is equal to none returns successive r length permutations of elements in the iterable. If r is not defined or is none, then r defaults to length of the iterable and all possible full length permutations are generated. The permutation tuples are emitted in lexicographic order according to the order of the output iterable. So if the input iterable is sorted, the output tuples will be produced in sorted order. Elements are treated as unique based on their position, not on their value. So if the input elements are unique, there will be no repeated values within a permutation. For example, this permutations permutation from ITR tools import permutations print list permutations A B C D 2 AA AB AB AC AD BA BB BC BD CA CB CD DA DB DC. Permutations range 3 print list range 3 step is not defined, width is not defined, so it will use the length of the iterable, that is 3 0 1 2 0 2 1 1 0 2 1 2 0 2 0 1 2 1 0. The code for permutations can also be expressed as a subsequence of product filtered to exclude entries with repeated elements, those from the same position in the input pool. The number of items returned is factorial and divided by n minus r factorial, where when 0 less than equal to r less than equal to n or 0 when r greater than ITR tools dot product iterable repeat is equal to 1 Cartesian product of input iterables, roughly equivalent to nested for loops in generator expression. For example, product A B returns the same as xy for x in A for y in B. The nested loops cycle like an odometer with the rightmost element advancing on every iteration. This pattern creates a lexicographic ordering so that if the inputs iterable are sorted, the product tuples are emitted in sorted order. To compute the product of an iterable with itself, specify the number of repetitions with the optional repeat keyword argument. For example, product A repeat is equal to 4 means the same as product AAAA. This function is roughly equivalent to the following code, except that the actual implementation does not build up immediate results in memory. Product ABCDXY. Product from ITER tools import product print list product AX AY like that AX AY BX BY CX CY DX DY Cartesian product range to repeat is equal to 3 print list product range to 0 1 2 repeat 3 times 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 like that. Before product runs, it completely consumes the input iterables, keeping pools of values in memory to generate the product. Accordingly, it is only useful with finite inputs. itertools.repeat object times. Make an iterator that returns object over and over again. Runs indefinitely unless the times argument is specified. Roughly equivalent to this. Repeat. Okay. Repeat from ITR tools import repeat print list this repeat 10 three times repeat 10 three times print 10 times 3 times 10. Okay. A common use for repeat is to supply a stream of constant values to map or zip. List map power print list list. Okay, this is already converted, so let me print list map power range 10 repeat 2 run it 014916 25 981 repeat 2. If I say print list map map में क्या होता है let's see map fetching document function iterable function and iterable for example power comma range and here 10. Let's do it. False flag power missing required argument exp position 2 position 2 mechanical response use the function using argument from which stops when sorted. Map function iterables. Oh, iterables. So it means power. 2 comma 2, 2, 4, 4, 81, 6, zero, 2. Power machine, happy mind. 2, then 6. Okay. Print map our function base exponential. Base is 4, exponential is 2. Four comma 2. Map example. Map example. C map Python example. So my function apple banana cherry. Map function apple banana cherry. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Map object. Convert to list. 1881. 1881. 2 raised to 3 8. 3 raised to 4. 3 3 is 9. 9 3 is 27. 18. Correct. This is the correct way. Now coming back to our example. itertools.starMap function iterable. Make an iterator that computes the function using arguments obtained from the iterable used instead of map. Used instead of map when argument parameters are already grouped already grouped in tuples for a single iterable when the data has been pre-zipped. The difference between map and star map parallels the distinction between function AV and function star C, roughly equivalent to star map. Function star map. Close others. From ITER tools import uh, star map, print list star map. 32,9,000. ITR tools dot take while predicate iterable. Make an iterator that returns elements from the iterable as long as predicate is 2, roughly equivalent to take while lambda x less than 5 days. Take while take while from iterable tools import take while. From ITR tools import take while, print take while, list take while, lambda x less than 5, 1 4 1 4 1 4. ITR tools dot t iterable comma 2 comma n is equal to 2. Return n independent iterators from a single iterable. Return n independent iterators from a single iterable. The following Python code helps explain what t does, although the actual implementation is more complex and uses only a single underlying FIFO queue. Once T has been created, the original iterable should not be used anywhere else. Otherwise, the iterable could get advanced without the T objects being informed. T iterators are not thread safe. A runtime error may be raised when simultaneously using iterators returned by the same T call, even if the original iterables is thread safe. This iterable ITR tool may require significant auxiliary storage depending on how much temporary data needs to be stored. In general, if one iterator uses most or all of the data before another iterator starts, it is faster to use list instead of t. ITR tools.zip underscore longest pointer iterables field value is equal to none. Make an iterator that aggregates elements from each of iterables. If the iterables are uneven length, missing values are filled in with fill value. Iteration continues until the longest iterable is exhausted, roughly equivalent to zip longest. Zip longest a b c d x y fill value this. Zip longest. Zip longest. From ITR tools import zip longest, print zip longest. List ax by c hyphen d hyphen. If one of the iterable is potentially infinite, then the zip longest function should be wrapped with something that limits the number of calls. For example, slice or take while. If not specified, field value defaults to none. ITR tools recipes. This section shows recipes for creating an extended toolset using the existing ITR tools as building blocks. The primary purpose of the iterable tools recipes is educational. The recipes shows various ways of thinking about individual tools. For example, that chain dot from iterable is related to the concept of flattening. The recipes also gives ideas about ways that the tools can be combined. For example, how compress and range can work together. The recipes also show patterns for using ITR tools with the operator and collections modules, as well as with the built-in iterable tools such as map, filter, reverse, and enumerate. A secondary purpose of the recipes is to serve as an incubator. The accumulate, compress, and pairwise iterable tools started out as recipes. Currently, the sliding window and ITAR index recipes are being tested to see whether they prove their worth. Substantially, all of these recipes and many others can be installed from the More ITR Tools project found in the Python package index. Python -mp install more ITR tools. Many of the recipes offer the same high performance as the underlying tool sets. Superior memory performance is kept by processing elements one at a time rather than bringing the whole iterable into memory all at once. Code volume is kept small by linking the tools together in a functional style which helps eliminate temporary variables. High speed is retained by preferring vectorized building blocks over the use of for loops and generators which incur interpreter overhead. Import collections, import func tools, import math, import operator, import random. Diff tag and iterable returns first n items of the iterable as a list. List is slice iterable n. uh, Diff prepend value iterable prepend a single value in front of an iterable prepend 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Return chain value chain value chain value iterable. Diff tabulate function start is equal to 0. Return map function count start. Return repeat func times is equal to none args. Repeat calls to func with specified argument. Repeat func random dot random. If times is none, return star map func repeat args. Return star map func repeat args times. Flatten list of list. Flatten one level of nesting. Chain dot from iterable list of list. N cycles iterable n return the sequence elements n times. Chain dot from iterable repeat tuple tuple iterable n tail n iterable. Return iter collections dot dq iterable max length is equal to n. Consume iterator n is equal to n. Advance the iterator n step ahead. If n is none, consume entirely. Nth iterable and default is equal to none. Returns the nth item or default value. Next is slice iterable and default. Quantify iterable predicate pool. Give a predicate that returns true or false. Count the truth result. Sum map predicate iterable all equal. G is equal to group by iterable next G true and not next G false. First true iterable default false predicate true. First true A B C X A or B or C or X. First true A B X C A F A else if B F B else false. Unique ever seen. So these are uses of predicate, and it's you can go through the documentation.